Welcome to your tarot reading 1111. We're going to jump right into the message, but I do want to start by saying thank you, everybody that's new to the channel. I'm so grateful for all you guys that commented on the video that I did yesterday and all of my new subscribers. Very excited. This is my second channel. My first channel is the Enchanted World of Twin Flames, so some of you might know me from that channel, but I was wanting to break away from Twin Flame and do more general readings. So, but if you want, you can also subscribe on that channel, and if this reading resonates, please remember to like and subscribe. Also, if you're looking for a personal reading, you can reach out to me or contact me at yourtarotreading1111 or 1111@gmail. It's also in the description. Okay, so let's get started. We get the dog. Somebody wants you to hear something loud and clear. And pathway is in reverse, number 22. It could be a synchronicity for some of you. And then we get the tree. So talking about the foundation. All right. Let's see, a hidden message. Don't normally start with the hidden message, but we will today, and then we'll do tarot. I can't stop thinking about you. And I want to feel that way again. One more, Spirit, for what this person is thinking. I hid who I really am from you. All right. So we're going to get insight on this situation with this person. Ooh, so that was my pink deck that I said yesterday. It was hard to work with sometimes because it is very slippery, and that's the problem I have with that deck, so we'll leave that deck down there. We weren't supposed to use it today. All right, the Seven of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Strength in reverse, with the Queen of Wands here as your overall energy for the reading, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Swords in reverse with the Empress in reverse. And we got some floating cards here. The Nine of Cups in reverse, the Chariot, the Death card, and Justice, all major arcanas for our outcome. So what I feel that is happening right now, especially with the pathways, it's a 22 number, meaning that you've got the 2 on both sides, which 2 people, I feel that you're very much mirroring each other in what's happening, but in different ways, okay? So there was something that happened at the core of this. You see it at the bottom of the tree with the rabbit and the squirrel. Where this is like equivalent to the Fool card. So you started a new journey and you went one way, and this person started a new journey and went another way. At one time you were connected with the trees. I feel like that represents a past life connection or a true soulmate connection, specifically with that number there. But with the Rider, you guys are starting over now. And you have this person looking back. So you see this person looking back. There's also a bridge. This person wants to build this bridge because they burned a bridge with you. You also see cactus in that card, which it's the energy, I feel, of the situation. Too much has been done. I feel like this person feels like if they sit on anything right now, it feels like that, like the pins and needles kind of energy. Or also, having said that, I feel like somebody might be sitting a lot thinking, like they're in their mind a lot and just really spaced out. Preoccupied is the other word for that. But the reason is, again, the mirroring energy, and we also get more information up here, but we'll go back to that. So this person is watching you get your Nine of Pentacles, basically. You have put in a lot of work towards something. I feel like this person didn't believe in you because you see the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So they were working against you. They might have brought you down. Maybe something that you do isn't a suitable job. I feel like you're dealing with somebody that's very judgmental here, or something that is not what they wanted. For example, I feel like some of you may have degrees and you work doing something other than your degree, and this person may have been all about like what makes the most money, and you were all about what fulfills you and what sort of is in alignment with your heart, okay? Because I feel that, again, this path, we go back to the trees, there's something that you're doing that's aggravating this person because you're working from the soul and this person is working from this material place, or they see things through that, through the lens of materialistic. And so I feel like this person and you might have started to clash. And it was very loud. This clash was very, very loud to both you and them. They might have been pushing you to do something else. You might have been pushing them to do something else that was more in alignment with their heart. And this person, they just saw what they saw. And I feel like they were very stubborn in that. They didn't want you also to do this thing that you wanted to do because they were scared that you were going to gain your independence and that you were one day going to leave them. I think at the foundation of this, we get it here because this, the roots or the tree energy is all about foundation. And we get that card in the background of the Rider or the Fool. Their fear was of you leaving them. So they wanted to keep you stuck. And you started to see that. I feel like this person started to dig their own grave, though. Like, they were wearing a mask. They were trying to keep things where you couldn't see these things about them, how materialistic they were, for example, because I feel like this person also presented in a certain way. Like, maybe if you were somebody that was very spiritual and that was where your heart was, and so that's what you aligned with, and it wasn't really about materialistic things, it was more about helping people, and that was always your heart. You did that, and this person was jealous of that at the core level. They were jealous because they wanted to get you in a place where you were unhappy. They wanted to get you in a place where you were stuck. They wanted to get you in a place where you would never leave them. But they also didn't want you to see this about them. They didn't want you to see this side because, again, if you were spiritual, they might have presented as somebody that was very spiritual, but you saw that mask slipping. Something became very loud. Something became very clear to you about this person. But I want to say also at the foundation of that is that you guys were soulmates. You guys were connected on a soul level, which means that there was a lot of love there. There was recognition beyond the materialistic things, which for you was very evident. For this person is now becoming a lot more evident, okay? Then we get the next energy here of the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Lots of meaning here. With this person, they may have left, and they left and took, you see there's the Six Pentacles here, and then the One Pentacle. So it's like petty, somebody that's really petty. They were going to leave with whatever as long as they were winning. This is somebody also that has this mentality of winning. But the Six of Pentacles is also a card of balancing things out. So unknowing to you or them and what they were doing, this energy, when this person became petty like this, and when their mask started to slip, the Page of Swords is also a card of like viewing something or watching someone, or the eyes and what you see. And so when you started seeing this person for who they were, this really started to bother you. You might have then at this point became maybe concerned for the relationship, because this person, you were trying to build with this person. Your intention was that, and this person was trying to take away. So here it shows it too. Like this person was showing you or telling you or making you think that they were building, but they were greedy. They were all about themselves. Little did this person know, though, that they were digging their own grave here, because when this person walked away with the petty, universe gave back to you. They gave back to you everything that you were aligned with, that belonged to you, because I feel like this person was also taking from you. You see it here. They took their pentacle. Here is that same energy, right? So this person was doing something deceitful, sneaky. This person was very much about themselves and their own interest, basically. But they always watched you. I will point that out. Watched you, observed you, and they were very calculative. And it's like they were always scheming. And I want to say also that I think what this person failed to see was that their heart eventually would become invested in this connection. And at this point, this person wasn't operating from their heart. They were operating from their head. And so what ended up happening at this point, when we get to the Six of Cups, is this is an energy of childhood. This is like if you have a best friend from childhood and you haven't seen that person in years, and you get together with that person again, like as an adult, you will always have a very strong bond with this person. And it's like you can always go back to like that cafeteria, lunch table. And that's the conversation, and it just is easy and it flows. So that's what happened with this person, with you. They started to remember you. They started to understand that there was something more to this besides like their scheming and their sort of, I hear the word malicious ways. There was a lot more to this. There was a time when there was a dynamic of a runner-chaser, and that has now flipped. And you see it in the card. There's like a runner-chaser. So you might have had a dynamic, and it's an energy. It's not that like you're actually chasing a person, but this person may have love bombed you, may have made you feel like the Empress, just really was colorful with their words and how they did things, and they took a lot of time and effort, and everything was sort of packaged right, and the words were always thought out, and it was what you wanted to hear. But you also questioned this intention behind it. I feel you felt a certain intention. You knew this person was gifted maybe with their words, and so you thought, that's pretty crafty, but is it really coming from the heart? But something started to turn around at this point in a connection, when this person realized that yes, their love bombing worked, and their strategies and their, planning, scheming. And at first it was to sort of win you over. But then this person also started to feel a connection, and they started to feel like maybe this is something more. Like they didn't want to be invested through the heart. They wanted to be invested through the superficial through money, right? So this person started to feel weak. This made them feel weak. To be vulnerable makes them feel weak. You might also be dealing with a Leo, though. And with the Nine of Cups in reverse, I feel that this person was taking a lot from you. When they started to feel weak, it was like they needed more validation. It was like they were using you to be strong. They were using you to feel love, to feel loved. And it started to drain and deplete you. I feel that a lot of you started noticing that, and you might have felt like there was something that you had to either get off your chest. Maybe you felt like this person wasn't giving you back an equal like emotional exchange, in the sense that they were always taking from you. But if you mention this to them, like, hey, I'm not feeling emotionally satisfied in this connection, or I used to, in this energy, in the love bombing stage, used to feel a lot of, fulfillment, like you were all in, and here you don't feel it anymore because they were never truly invested. It was like a game. For a lot of them it was a game, but for others of them it was very strategic. It was very much methodical, planned out. Reminds me of narcissistic vibes, but you can also be dealing with avoidant attachment style here. So then you get to the Queen of Wands energy. I'm going to start to pull clarifiers. We get the Knight of Pentacles. They start to pull back. So the fire, like, you might have started to question this connection, like if it was stronger on your side than on their side. Why are they like not paying attention anymore? Let me ask about that one is the Eight of Pentacles, so the Star. One more, Spirit, for that. So I feel like that's what this person did to you at the beginning. They lifted you up and put you on a pedestal and made you feel super important to them. Here's the King of Swords. But then with the Two of Wands in reverse, there was never an equal, because this person, it wasn't true. It was to win you over. So win you over through your emotions, like through love bombing. But again, this person, this is like the King of Swords, is somebody that's very logical. They don't have a lot of love to give because that's not where they're coming from. They're coming from the mind, right? And again, it's very like methodical, thought out. It's not somebody that's coming from the heart, in the sense of like, I want to meet my soulmate, and I want to build with this person. I want to marry this person so that we can be with each other until the end, so that we can love each other and mutually give to each other. This person was thinking more about what you had to give them or offer them. And I feel that with the the Nine of Pentacles, you are a person that not only are you very abundant in yourself and financial instances, but emotionally you are too. The Chariot here. So this person got everything from you. They got it all, and they got a lot more than they bargained for. See what I mean? This person knew who you were. They knew that you had a lot to give. But I also feel something here. So there's a bunny here. Let me just ask about that. What is the bunny? The moon. So that brought up a lot, and even in this card, of reflection. So this person, again, you guys started to mirror each other. When this person's mask started to fall, you started to mirror a lot of things about each other. And what was mirrored to this person was not what they wanted to see. They knew that their intention, like with you, was not love, and that was your intention with them. And so when you started to ask for this because you were feeling depleted, that's when you started to see this person's true colors, and when they started to run. So at one time they were running and chasing you, and then they became the runner. I also feel this person's energy, like the Energizer Bunny that is just very busy in their mind, so that they don't sit still and deal with themselves. And so you were making this person have to sit still. There's something about you starting to break this person down, because you made this person feel vulnerable. So the love that you were giving to this person, they started to love you. This person didn't think they were going to fall in love with you, basically. But what that love did to this person was it mirrored to them that they are not capable of loving someone. So in other words, they're capable of using someone, but they're not capable of loving someone because they don't love themselves. And so here is where this got to be too much. It got too heavy, and they had to put it down. And the easiest way for them to put it down was just to let you go. And they did it, and they did it like that. It happened really, really quickly. And you see the 10-10, which took them straight to judgment energy. Which what happened was that what they were doing to you then turned around, and that judgment, or that intention, we could say more accurately, went back on this person. So what is the Strength card in reverse? The King of Wands. The King and the Queen of Wands are my karmic cards. So it's karma come back on a person. This person at first toyed with you, and they treated you a certain way. And this person never knew that you were going to become their karma. I feel that this person may have seen you as weak too, because of the Strength card in reverse. But the person that was really weak was them, because this person thought that because you embody an energy of unconditional love, or you can hold love, they looked at that as weakness, because for them, it was always about this mask that they wore, and it was always about who could play this game better of manipulation and deceit, and I also saw being disloyal. I'm also getting an energy of somebody that jumps to that, like to the end point of something. So this person goes from 0 to 100, and they jumped from, you guys were here where you might have been asking this person, you know, about what was going on, why they were pulling away, why they weren't showing interest, why they weren't as invested as they were at one time. And it was because if this person saw this as a game, and now they had your attention, they were done. Like, that's game over for them. They didn't see you as a person. They saw you as a prize. And they were going to win the prize, but then it became just a game. Like, it wasn't something that they wanted to hold on to, because long term, relationship, long-term love, meant that they had to be accountable, meant that they had to show up emotionally. It meant that they had to show up equally in a partnership, and they were not that person. They showed up part-time. They're part-time lover. So, yeah, this person just threw it all away. And what happened, though, is that when they did, you got liberated from this. And it happened quickly, although when you're in that energy of dissolving a connection, being in the emotions of a connection with the Chariot here, and you're sitting in this, death energy, anything is easier than feeling a broken heart, and sometimes death feels easier than dealing with the broken heart. But you were there, and you had to go through all of that. And so the justice that's coming back now on this person is this energy. This is what they did to you, and this is where they're being put. And so now they're telling you, I can't stop thinking about you. So they're imprisoned in their mind. That's one of the karmic justice is coming back. I want to feel that way again. They want your love. They want to feel somebody love them again, like really truly love them, not through manipulation and emotional games and manipulation. I hide who I really am from you. So this person didn't want you to see this, and that's why they ran. That's why they ran away from you, and that's why they stayed away from you. For a lot of them, this person knows they're in love with you. Let me see. They want a relationship with you. That is the 9 of Wands in reverse. They're in their minds about you. They're in their emotions over you. For a lot of them, they're paying for this karmically through losing a lot financially because of this. Here's that card. And the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel turns, and sometimes we're on the wrong side of that. And that's where this person is right now. All right, so that is the reading for today. Please remember to like and subscribe. And if you're new to my channel and you like the readings, you can get a personal reading with me. You can email me at yourtarotreading1111@gmail.com for the details on that, but you can also go to the description. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.